Well, thank you, Melissa. Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, depending on what part of the country that you're in. If we could, guys, let's give Melissa a virtual round of applause for getting us started here today. And we are calling in from Highland Village, Texas, where it is finally below 90 degrees multiple days in a row. Below 100 degrees was actually a big win for us, but excited to be here with everybody today and love getting a chance to have the call started with people, sharing what it is that they do. And I'm a big believer of knowing our ABCs, and that's not always be closing, that's always be connecting. I believe it was Alea, I think I'm saying your name right. I took the Return of the Jedi, the prompt that you said. So it was Alea that said she's a one-stop shop. And how many of us, being professionals in our industries, want to be able to be a great connection point for multiple different areas for our clients? Being a good resource, being able to add value, being able to go out and help our clients, really differentiates ourselves as entrepreneurs, being a point of connection for people who would agree with that. And I'm going to talk to you today on how you can be that connection point, and as Melissa talked about, turn referrals into revenue. And not just any kind of revenue, but residual income type revenue. How many of us just like the words residual income? I'm sure all of us. And look, 18 years ago when this opportunity was presented in front of me for the first time, I saw a way that I could help a lot of people, and I saw something that I could do as creating those connections that I could create that reoccurring revenue for my family. So I'm going to share with you guys a short, maybe 10 to 12 minute presentation. Then I'm going to demo our technology, this platform that we utilize for our clients. Take about 2 or 3 minutes doing that. And then I'm going to have a few people just share what this has looked like for their business and for their clients. And at 11:30 Central Time, you guys will be in breakout rooms with the people that invited you on here to get any questions you have answered. Does that sound fair to everybody? Awesome, guys. So the company that we do this with, I've been with them now for over 18 years, is a company by the name of ACN. Some of you guys have probably heard of ACN before because they've been in business now for 31 years. And over the last 31 years, they've done billions of dollars in revenue, helping millions of people throughout the United States and also Canada get connected to and help people save money on essential services. Now, the services that I'm talking about are residential and business services that all of us use every day. Many of these are services that we're already referring our clients to anyway. Services like cell phone service, high-speed internet and television, gas and electricity, healthcare, home security and automation, credit card processing, travel, identity theft protection insurance, payroll and HR solutions, and also business phone service. Those of us that are in the housing space, when you get somebody approved for closing, many of us are even giving somebody a sheet of paper saying, here's who you call prior to your closing to get your internet set up, to get your electricity set up, to get your home security set up. And imagine instead of that, having a digital utility concierge service link that you could send to your client that was branded to you, where they could pick the services they wanted, one-stop shop, as Alea talked about, get connected to their services, and now you create a reoccurring revenue for yourself by giving people an access point to these services. Now, I love the vastness of our buffet of services because so many different industries can benefit from this, but I also love the fact that if you think about the services we represent, these are some of the biggest and fastest growing industries in the world. Industries that are really not affected by the economy. My mentor told me 20 years ago, he said, Jeff, find something you like, make it your hobby, find something the masses can't live without and make it your business. Now, if you look at some of the companies we represent, companies like Spectrum, AT&T, Frontier, Ziply, Kinetic Windstream, DirecTV, Dish Network, Vivint Smart Home Security, ADP Payroll Processing, just to name a few. And I love how with all the services that we offer, anytime a customer is acquired, a meal is donated and a child gets fed right here in the United States through our charity called Project Feeding Kids, where we work with Feeding America. And I love getting a chance to give that certificate to a client. Hey, by utilizing our platform to get your services set up, here's a certificate from Project Feeding Kids and Feeding America. How many of us want our clients to see a philanthropic side to us as well? And I think that that's something that's just another big plus to what we're doing here. But one service I want to spend a minute on is something that I'm very passionate about. It's something called impact health sharing. And if you're self-employed, if you own a business here in America, like most of us do, one of the biggest pain points out there for being an entrepreneur is health insurance. John, in your industry, I'm sure that you probably feel that more than many of us that are on the call, just how many people that the rising cost of healthcare is such a big pain point for so many entrepreneurs. Matter of fact, many of us on the call here are real estate professionals. Listen, in this industry, I heard a staggering statistic a few months back. Less than 30% of real estate professionals have any kind of healthcare coverage. Now, how many streets, not because people want to play Russian roulette with their life, it's because the cost is unaffordable for many people. Matter of fact, how many of us know people that do real estate part-time because they've got the golden handcuffs of of benefits from the employer, so it's stopping them from walking away from that W-2 job to go full-time as an entrepreneur. So this is a major issue for many entrepreneurs, especially in this industry. So we partner with a company called Impact Health Sharing. They're a nonprofit alternative to the high cost of traditional health insurance. They take community and technology and put it together and have something I believe just looks better and feels better than traditional insurance. Here's a couple of bullet points. We're helping individuals, families, and small businesses save 30 to 50% on their healthcare costs. For my family, we save just under $8,000 a year. I saw my friend Amanda Bennett on the call here today. Her and her husband Stephan saved just under $12,000 a year. How many street that moves the needle for a hardworking American family? And if you look at some of these points here, it's comprehensive medical care. Choose your doctor anywhere in the country, no network restrictions, that part's huge. Unlimited telemedicine 24/7. We have the best prescription pricing in the industry. And for folks that are really proactively doing the right things for their health, you'll love this part. We're the only healthcare company that I know of where we give something called health and wholeness credits. And here's what that means. For individuals that have gym memberships, folks that do acupuncture, IV drip therapy, holistic wellness, naturopathic therapy, even vitamins, supplements, even essential oils, you name it, anybody that's proactively doing the right things for their health, every month that you spend at least $100 a month on your health, Impact will give your family a $100 credit to offset your family deductible, which is huge. Now, with all of these services, what makes our model different is, look, most of these companies spend a lot of money advertising to folks like you and I to attract us to become a customer. What we do is we use independent business owners like you and I call us referral agents, where we're all constantly just sharing, whether it's a good restaurant that we went to or a good movie that we saw. My wife and I just went and saw a movie called The Forged a couple nights ago. Highly recommend it to everybody. I was in a faith-based entrepreneur group this morning, and I was telling everybody, guys, you got to go out and see this movie. Now, I don't make a penny on my recommendation, but how many should read my recommendation probably bears some weight with some people that I know. And so really all we are is referral agents that get compensated for our referrals. So HISAdvocates uses independent business owners like you and I to have our own website, our own online store, where we can create more choices for consumers and an income generating opportunity for people like you and I. Now, here's what the website looks like. I'll do a demo of it here at the end. But this website here belongs to the Texas Chiropractic Association. It has their logo on it. Yours would have your logo on it or your picture on it. And somebody can toggle back and forth between residential and business services, and within seconds get a quote. I'll show you what that looks like here in a minute. Now, to get a website like this and to get started, it's $299 one time for somebody to start, own, and operate their own ACN business. The only operating cost at all is $25 a month. They set up the website, they host it, they update it, they do the customer service. We just create the connections. Here's how you make money doing this. So every month, ACN will pay you an upfront bonus based on the amount of services that get set up on your website. And a service is not a person, it's a bill. So let's say one client is moving into a property and they want electricity, internet, and home security. Pretty standard, right? Many of us are creating those referrals anyway. Well, guys, that's 3 services, even though it's one property. Let's say John, who's in the health space, has a small business with 12 employees that want healthcare. Well, that's 12 services, even though it's one business. So the services can add up really quickly. So can these bonuses. So any month that somebody refers 5 services, that's a $200 bonus. 8 in a month is $400, 11 is $600, plus an additional $200 for every 3 services afterwards, and there's no limit. I helped a property management company a few months back switch over 90 of their own utility accounts. That's now captured revenue for them, and they got a bonus just for switching over all of their own electric bills. Now, bonuses are great, but probably what got you out of this call is what got my attention is residual income. See, we can pay off our home, we can pay off our car, you can never pay off your electric bill. You can never pay off your cell phone bill. You can never pay off your healthcare bill. And see, HISAd will pay us up to 20% of the commissionable revenue of a customer's bill month after month, year after year, for the life of them being a customer. Now, I have customers that signed up on my website one time 18 years ago that are still paying their bill today, and I've gotten paid every month for 18 years based on that one-time conversation. How many of us think there's clients that we help move into a property that are still using the same electric company today? That are still using the same internet company today, that are still using the security company today, literally 5, 10, 15 years later? What if you were still capturing a little bit of the revenue every single month from that one-time connection? This is very powerful. And look, some people just want to use this as a tool in their toolbox to add value for their clients, make the move and experience easier, capture that recurring revenue for yourself. But I know there's other people on the call, just like I was 18 years ago, that are already thinking about other people that this could benefit as well. And you're probably asking yourself, do I benefit from also introducing others to this, just like somebody introduced it to me? And the answer is yes. So we have like a revenue share or a profit sharing type model, just like EXP or Keller Williams or Real, where you can introduce this concept to other people, whether they're in real estate or not. My background was I used to own cell phone stores, so I wasn't even a realtor. Somebody showed this to me, I loved it, because I didn't make residual income when my employees sold the cell phone. So anybody you introduce the concept to get started, to join your team, HISAd will pay you a 4% overriding residual income on all the customers gathered by the representatives in your team, month after month, year after year. And there's no limits to the amount of people that can join your team, and there's no limits to the amount of customers your team can acquire. And this particular team has been the #1 team worldwide in this company for the last 15, going on 16 years in a row because of our systems. We have online presentations and trainings, in-person events, virtual events. We do this real estate professionals call every Thursday at the same time, and you can invite people on to learn about our opportunity, and there's so many opportunities to learn and grow. But our biggest event of the entire year, we have our national convention actually in Orlando in October, the 12th and 13th. You can jot those dates down in your calendar. It's going to be phenomenal. All of our vendors are going to be there, a lot of big new announcements from the company. But let me just show you guys the platform and just give you a quick little example of the simplicity for a client to use this digital concierge service. So here's a live example. This is a real estate company in West Texas, Reside Real Estate. So again, your platform would look just like this, only with your logo or your picture on it. Now, let's say somebody's moving into a property and they want to get their internet set up. Here's the simplicity. Let's say they like Spectrum, or they could do a search to see which provider works in your area. Let's say they like Spectrum. So they just click on Spectrum, they can watch a video if they want, and then all they're gonna do is literally just put their address in right here, click on search, it'll show them all the rate plans in their area. They can pick a plan and schedule their installation literally right from your website within minutes without ever having to call an 800 number, sit on hold and talk to somebody. Now, anything that goes through your website is automatically coded to your ID number. You go out and be a resource, present the link, they sign up, you start to make a percentage on their bill. Now, let's go over a few other ones. Let's say smart home security with, for example, Vivint Smart Home. Some of us probably have the ADT rep that calls us up, hey, I'll give you a $100 gift card for any customer you refer. Now, think about this. The average smart home security customer is on the service for 10 and a half years, on average. How many would rather earn 20% every month for 10 and a half years than a one-time $100 gift card, right? So let's say you send this link. Look, Melissa was a PNC agent. Look, for those of you that are involved in homeowners insurance, every time you write a policy, you ask your client, do you have home security? Why? Because if the answer is yes, you give them a discount on their homeowner's policy. So imagine now, hey, you don't, hey, let me send you my link, get yourself a free quote. If you like it, call me back and we can go out and we can implement that discount. So we've got great promotions with them. Buy a camera, get a doorbell camera for free. The customer gets a $100 gift card. All of our customers get free installation, free activation. But look, we can stay in our lane doing what we do. We're just connected. See, as we show the website, we send somebody the website and they look to see what we offer. You guys can see an 877 number 15 times on the website. Look, if somebody calls that number, my phone doesn't ring and neither does yours. Vivint picks up the phone, gives a custom quote. If they like what they hear, that's your customer. You start making that residual. Let me give you just a couple more examples for time's sake. Impact Health Share. This is something great for any of us. Let's say you want to get a quote. All you do is click on Learn More or anybody else, and somebody can watch a 5-minute video if they want. And this is how simple it is to give somebody a quote. All we do is put in the date of birth of the oldest person in the family. Let's say March 30th, 1989. And let's say family of 3+, get quote, there's the quote. Anywhere from $404 a month to $576. Depending on what combined family deductible that they want to use. Look, we don't need to be licensed health insurance agents. All we do is literally give a quote and send somebody in as a lead. Name, email, phone number, request info. Somebody from Impact Health Sharing reaches out to your potential client, whether it's an individual, a family, or a small business, answers any of their questions, and if they like what they hear, they sign them up as your customer. Impact is a 98% customer retention rate. One last piece, let's just show the business side of things. Let's say somebody's a small business. I was just helping a friend of mine owns 2 drip bar franchises. IV Drip Therapy was helping him this morning. We helped him get a quote for 16 employees. So all we do is click on Learn More, put how many employees that somebody has, in his case 16, payroll frequency is bi-weekly, get estimate. It's going to give people some numbers that they can take a look at if they like what they see. All you do is literally just refer them into them as a lead, and ADP takes it from there. So again, we're turning referrals into revenue. All we got to do is be that point of connection that many of us are anyway, but not getting compensated from it. So let's take the last 8 minutes here today and hear from a few people. And I want to be able to have some folks, share their story, what this has looked like for them. I believe I saw Jeff Rincone on the call. There he is. I saw Jeff on the call early on. Jeff's a real estate attorney, but also Jeff is somebody that's a big influencer in the investment community. He started a meetup group. This guy's pretty humble, but he started a meetup group for real estate investors that's now turned into over 40,000 members around. He's probably more than that now. He can correct me, but he's done amazing implementing this into his business. And Jeff, I'd love to have you share your story.
Thank you so much, Mr. Street. I appreciate you. And I would say I saw this 10 plus years ago, and I was 18 years into real estate when I started. So when I explain it, I see it like very simple. When I started, they showed me to get paid on bills that already was paying. The answer was yes. And some of the bills we had were commercial bills. So some of the bills would be $6,000, $3,000 a month, that kind of thing. So combined $15,000 a month on a like a winter month. So we started getting paid on it, but ultimately we applied it within our real estate offices, and then like Mr. Street mentioned, today we actually built a network for 50,000 now, where a lot of people that are in the real estate space, we connect utilizing this service, but then we can create residual on the back end. So long term, today we get paid about 10,000 customers, and it's a long-term income, meaning that we're getting paid on closings that happened 10 years ago, today in 2024. So it's a powerful add to your business model, and I thank you for letting me share, Mr. Street.
Yeah, I love it, buddy. How many of us like the idea of getting paid on closings that happened 10 years ago? Look, here's another thing too. How many agree multiple touch points really important in our businesses, right? And I know Jeff taught his agents, listen, like here's a way you can reconnect with previous clients. There's a little survey form you can send them. We can see how we can help them save money. So also another amazing opportunity to connect with previous clients. I know we've got Steve Gerard on the call. I'm sure every one of you guys has a real estate photographer that's your go-to. Remember, for those of you that have real estate team, you're only recruiting real estate agents on your team. Imagine an opportunity to also introduce the concept to a much wider base of people and be able to be in business with them. Somebody did that with Steve Gerard here. He's having a tremendous amount of success. And, Steve, share a little bit about yourself.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. I'm a real estate photographer in the state of Maine. On the business for 10 years. Was kind of rough the last 3 years. The real estate market, the way it's been going. Got involved with this business about 14 months ago, and I have a team of 266 people and over 2,700 customers. And all I did was share with a bunch of real estate agents what I've been doing, and everything's spread up pretty wild. But thank you, Jeff.
Well, love that. Look, somebody shared this with their real estate photographer. He loved the concept, got involved. Now he shared it with other, teams. And look, we're turning competitors into collaborators. I love that concept. And Steve, I know you've been very passionate about impact health sharing too. What is the most that you have spent, or what's the most you've been able to save on somebody on healthcare?
A small business owners save about $2,000 a month for a family of 3.
$24,000 a year back into somebody's pocket. Listen, if you're in life insurance on this call, how many of you could help somebody repurpose that type of money? And I've got 2 more people that I want to call on. I know some of you are probably wondering, hey, does this work with people when it comes to businesses? Absolutely. Listen to this story. A.B. Gabor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Street. Appreciate the ability to be able to talk today. Thank you for that great presentation. So as a business owner, I owned 6 supermarkets in the metropolitan New York area for over 33 years. I saw this concept. I had no idea what this was all about. But when I heard it was about saving money, sure, that's great. I was always worried about my profit margins because it's very narrow in that industry. When I heard the concept that you can actually get paid on the bills, turning liabilities into assets, well, that was just brilliant. I did not want to save anymore. Teach me how to make money on the bills that I'm paying for. And I had some big bills, $15,000 a month in my energy bills per store. That's times 6. Credit card processing, $65,000 in fees per store, times 6. And above and beyond the health, the impact health, what that does, I had to pay about $1,000 per employee. I had about 25 key employees. I had a couple hundred employees per store. 25 people I paid for, about $1,000 a month per employee. This was less than 500. So you do the math. I'll give you a disclaimer. Not everyone's a business owner, but as a business owner, our business alone saved $150,000 before making residuals on it. And month after month after month, year after year after year, we're getting paid on these bills every single month. Absolutely incredible concept. This is big business if you treat it like big business. Thank you so much for letting me share.
Powerful, powerful story. Appreciate you sharing. Lastly, we have Stephanie Marks on the call. And Stephanie, I'd love to have you share a little bit about yourself.
Good morning, everyone. Yes, my name is Stephanie Marks. I live in San Jose, California. I'm a retired deputy sheriff. I'm currently a real estate investor and a realtor, and I've been with ACN for just a short few months, and it's been absolutely amazing. When I was introduced to this wonderful company, it just made sense. I had never heard of residual income and to get paid off of bills that you're already paying. So it was mind blowing. But what really connected the dots for me is how I could work it in the cracks of my schedule, and also I could implement it with my real estate business. I too wanted to be a one-stop shop. I wanted to be able to service investors, off-market properties, friends and family want property that's on market, and I wanted to make it real easy for them when they do move into that home, that they can have a concierge service. So this business has been incredible. I'm so honored to be involved with this company, and I just see us doing tremendous things. And if you're thinking about it, don't even think about it, because this is something, you're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. and it's going to be just an addition to your real estate business, your insurance business, etc. Thank you so much for letting me share, Mr. Street, and back to you, sir.
Well, Stephanie, I appreciate you sharing. And look, as we wrap things up here, look, timing is everything in business, right? And I think we'd all agree the cost of everything is going up right now. The only thing that's not going up for most people is their income. And if you think about what we do, we're helping people save money on bills that they're already paying. And we help people learn how to make money by teaching people how to save money on bills that they're already paying. In my 18 years doing this, I've never seen more people looking for exactly what we have to offer as I'm seeing right now. And we believe that in the next 3 years, we will do more revenue than we've done in the last 10 years combined because of the timing of what's happening in these industries right now. And with Impact Health Sharing, they're the fastest growing healthcare sharing company right now out there. Last month was their biggest month ever in business in their 5 years. Health sharing's been around for 40 years. Impact's only been around for 5. But in their current growth and trajectory, in the next 4 years, they will surpass MediShare as the largest healthcare sharing company in our country. And I just always wanted to be in front of something before it became a trend, while having something that I could be of value of helping other people. So if this resonates in your heart like it did for us, welcome to the team. We're going to open up some breakout rooms. The training is phenomenal. We'll teach you how to implement this for yourself, for your team, for your agency. But at this point, we're just going to open up some breakout rooms to help you get any questions that you have answered. God bless everybody. Thanks for joining our call, and we'll see many of you again next Thursday.